Hello, everybody, and welcome to the fifth podcast. My name is Alex, and this podcast was recorded on the 16th of August, 2017. My guest today is Grupel, a fellow third-year chemical engineering student doing a double degree in business management. He's recently come back from Spain, where he went over there through the mid-semester break to do a bit of studying. I was interested to find out how it went, and we've recorded this podcast with him today. So, without further ado, here's my guest, Grupel.
Hey Ty, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Good.
Good stuff.
So what's going on? What have you been up to? You've it's
Just
fourth week now into
fourth week
semester.
into semester. Everything's coming up normal, I guess. Catching up with everything.
Yeah.
Everything coming together. Starting to get an understanding of subjects. Back to teaching. Back to working.
Yeah. Getting stressed. Sort of melting down.
A little bit.
Crying.
A little bit of tears.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it to a little bit.
But you had it was a lot harder for you to get into the semester because you were actually away for the first week.
Yes.
Coming in, so you missed out on those first classes.
Yes.
You were away in
Spain.
Spain.
Yeah.
That's right.
I was there for 5 weeks for based on an RMIT grant for a winter semester in Spain, a winter break in Spain. The program itself is run by the Spanish university.
Which Spanish university?
The University of Comillas, I believe.
Okay.
There's a full name in Spanish, but...
And they've got a partnership with RMIT.
They've got a partnership with RMIT that's quite recent. RMIT's got a presence in Madrid, and they've worked it out so engineering students can go study at this university, which is the best rated in Spain.
Yeah, right. And so RMIT gave you... Oh, you got the jumper on?
Yeah, I got the jumper on.
What does that even say?
The Pontifical University of Comillas.
Okay, and it's in...
Universidad Pontificas Comillas.
It's in, Spanish.
Yeah.
Madrid. So it was Madrid.
Yeah.
That uni is at?
Yeah.
And so you were in Madrid,
I was
Spain.
based in Madrid.
But
travelled around because I had a lot of time. The classes were only 4 days a week on some days and 3 days a week on other days, other weeks. So I had plenty of time to travel around Spain, see Europe, if I could.
Yeah.
But most of the time I just spent it in Spain.
Cool. So you left at the start of the the semester.
I missed one exam, but it was very easy to defer because this is an RMIT program.
Okay, so
it wasn't a problem to just defer, get special consideration for it.
Yeah. And you spent 4 weeks there?
4 weeks
over in this place? Yeah. And
well, a month
exactly. So studied how many courses?
Studied
subjects?
3 courses. You could study up to 4.
In 4 weeks?
In 4 weeks. It's all very simple.
Okay, so it's not an actual...
It's not like an actual
course that we
university
do now.
course. It's very short. Everything's very self-contained in those 4 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
If I would have done it again, I would have done less subjects, so I had more time in the evenings, but still I had plenty of time just to do what I wanted.
Okay.
Essentially.
So how'd you get onto this?
I just applied. Actually, that's pretty much all it is because you see these emails from RMIT and you just think, can't be bothered, takes too long, someone more motivated than myself has already applied. I don't know what happened on that particular day. I was just feeling I thought, just who cares, just do it, it's 20 minutes, I'm not going to do anything else anyway right now. So I just did it. And it turns out that there were 4 grants to go, and exactly 4 people applied out of the entire chemical engineering discipline.
Wow.
And civil engineering discipline as well.
So you got an email about this amazing opportunity in Madrid to go over there to study for
I thought,
4 weeks.
Why not? Let's just do it.
And you saw it, why not? You thought, thinking that everybody
probably
else...
a waste of time.
At the RMIT has probably applied for it already.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to get into. And turns out there's only 4 people for 4 positions.
And that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone got
a 100% guarantee.
100% guarantee.
Wow. So you got paid
$1,000.
$1,000.
And didn't pay any fees for the studies there.
Oh.
And they were legitimately good studies.
Okay.
My teachers were very good. The courses I took were Spanish culture, intermediate Spanish, and Internet of Things, which was taught in English.
Okay. And went over there, flew in to Madrid, and straight away was first day in. Did you start studying, or was it?
I purposefully arrived the weekend before, just because I thought it would be quite difficult to adapt. Just one day, I'd be sleep deprived, I'd be jet lagged, there'd be very little English, and all of those things I did find were true.
Yeah.
So I do recommend coming in a weekend before, so you can adjust, buy what you need, settle in. Because my room that I was in, which is organised through an organisation associated with RMIT, didn't have sheets. It was cheap, and it was right in a very trendy part of town, but they didn't have sheets. So I just had to buy sheets in my very bad Spanish.
Yeah.
Sleep deprived, jet lagged, and smelling really bad after that long plane ride.
No.
But it was fine. I ended up doing that just fine.
You actually tried Spanish to buy sheets?
I bought sheets in Spanish.
In Spanish.
It was,
so you didn't even attempt to use English?
No, it was just Spanish.
Well, how did you do that? Because
I just kind of I was listening to an audio course to teach myself basic Spanish
yeah.
just shortly before coming to Spain. And then I just looked up the word for sheets.
So you just said it a few times?
I just kind of
hopefully got the idea.
I just kind of I just picked sheets from a Zara store.
Right.
And walked up to them. And then I asked them another question, where are your pillows? Like actual bed pillows instead of like couch pillows. Donde está la almohadas? I still remember that because I got embarrassed asking her. She looked at me like, almohadas? And then she just pointed at all those couch pillows behind me like,
yeah, why are you even asking?
Yeah. What are you doing, mate? Pull your head in.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't have the Spanish to argue with you, so I just said, yes, sí. And I just finished that.
Is it?
Gracias.
Gracias.
Gracias. Italian.
How strange does it feel when you actually try to speak another language in that home country of theirs? It's so, I feel like
such an outsider.
Just felt strange. It felt almost obnoxious to do it. Like it wasn't for me to talk to them about it.
Exactly, I felt that as well.
Just like, I don't want to butcher it or anything.
I felt like it was like I'm casting magic spells almost. I'm just reading this from a textbook. I'm like, okay, so this is how you do it.
Yeah.
This is how you cast this magic spell to ask where the bathroom is. And you say the words and you're like, did it work? And they say, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. And they say whatever you need to know. It's like, wow, that actually worked.
I went over to Germany and I did the same thing. Every time a German lady there would organise breakfast because I stayed at a hostel each morning. And every time I was going out of there, I felt awkward to say thank you. And in German, otherwise I just said it in English if I didn't do it. But I know she would have probably appreciated it, but I just felt so strange.
Because I firstly found like I didn't have the associations with that word, with those sounds. In English, you say thank you because the sound thank you is associated with feelings of gratitude. In German, it's or whatever other language, it's just a sound.
Yeah, and you cast that spell and they do what you just said. Whatever happens.
I found that helpful for learning Spanish.
Yeah.
I just kind of, I guess, stimulate that feeling of what I want to say and then think the sound enough and becomes associated.
And then people respond.
Respond.
That actually worked?
Yeah. It's like, wow. So
cool. So what did you get up to over there? You studied?
I travelled, I got a lot of partying done, very important. The nightlife in Madrid is incredible.
Yeah, isn't it?
They have a habit of turning all their old opera houses and theatres into clubs. So you have 4-story and 7-story clubs, which is incredible. And beer is cheap and alcohol is cheap. Entry is quite expensive though.
To the clubs?
Yes. Like €20 to like some of the better ones.
Okay.
But the clubs there are incredible.
Yeah.
It feels almost like being in a music festival. Indoor music festival at some of these clubs. They are
the next level, aren't they? They're a lot different from the clubs down here.
They are way better than the clubs down here, I'd say.
There's more culture there for partying, I feel like.
Madrid Spanish party culture is very late. Like, I was clubbing on a Monday night just because. Yeah. And I had a culture class the next morning quite early. So I left at midnight on a Monday.
Yeah.
And when I walked out at midnight, there was a huge throng of people lined up all the way down the block for this one club on a Monday night.
Yeah.
People don't stop until 5 or 6 in the morning.
Wow.
Regularly. Like, it took a while to get used to.
Yeah.
Because I'm done at like 2:30, maybe 3. I just want to go home. They go all night.
Yeah.
Many clubs, they also don't open until about 12:30.
Wow.
Where here, like, they're open, people are there, it's popping, I suppose.
Wow.
It's
Why
just
do
a
they do
cultural
that?
thing.
Do you know why they do that?
Cultural thing, everything goes later in
Okay.
Spain. Things open like 10, 11, go to about 7 or 8 at night. And the siesta is real.
What's
A lot,
siesta?
a lot of places close, like actually close around siesta time, 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Except for major department stores.
What?
If you want to get something done between 2 and about 3 or 4, maybe even 5, you just can't.
Yeah. Wow.
Unless you want to go to a major department store.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you do shopping in the morning.
You do
and
your
then-
shopping in the morning or the evening, but in the middle of the day it's siesta time.
Yeah. Wow. So what's that siesta thing? Is it traditional?
It's
for
a traditional thing for Spain because of the weather there. Siesta comes from the Roman word for 6, meaning like the 6th hour. So, 8, you start your day at 8 in the morning, 6 hours, 2 o'clock. You take a nap for an hour, the hardest part of the day.
Ah.
You close.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's just part of the culture because it's too hot to do anything
Okay.
indoors in the
Yeah.
middle of the day.
Right, and so that's sort of like, it goes back to the time of probably farmers.
Back to the time of first
when nobody
organised
had-
settlement.
Yeah, okay. And it's just a tradition that's gone on and on.
It's gone on for thousands of years.
Interesting. So you would party, whereabouts in Madrid, and then whereabouts did you go travelling to?
I travelled around to a lot of the historical cities around Madrid, like the summer palace of the Spanish royalty, which was El Escorial, which was about 45 minutes by train out.
Oh, yeah.
The city of Toledo, which is quite an ancient city. It's famous for having a large population before the Inquisition of Muslims and Jews. So you can still see their cultural influence in the buildings, in the society, and a bit of the language there as well.
Right.
All these ancient like mosques and synagogues converted into
Right.
churches or museums. It's fascinating to see.
Yes, because Spain got invaded by was it the Caliphate back? when?
Spain got invaded by the Umayyads.
Umayyads. So that was the Muslims after.
That was the Muslims. And,
Muhammad or something.
yeah, it took 800 years to recapture it all.
Yeah, wow.
And I visited a lot of the cities in the south in Andalusia, where there was quite a lot of Arabic influence in architecture. Like I went to the Alhambra in Granada, which is this massive red fortress overlooking the city of Granada, and in fact it's the only Muslim medieval castle left in the whole world.
No way.
It's fascinating to see.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you can see that there, and you can see that in the Mezquita in Cordoba, which is a mosque that got converted to a cathedral. So it's like an ancient medieval mosque, and in the center you have like a proper Catholic cathedral.
Oh, wow.
It's just fascinating to see that contrast.
Wow. Wait, how long ago was that? Was that like 700 BC or something?
It was built in about
AD?
like 1100, finished about
1100.
1100 or so,
Okay.
and then it got converted into a cathedral in the 1400s
Right.
when it got reconquered
By.
the Spanish.
Oh, so the Spanish were always there, or
There was always a Spanish minority, but it was ruled by the Umayyads, Muslims,
Right.
until they got progressively expelled over the next 800 years.
Yeah, because it's pretty far away from the like Holy Land, right? Like
Yeah, it's pretty. They go. Yeah,
Jerusalem and Mecca.
yeah, they got far.
Yeah. Well, did they come through Africa to get it? They probably would have.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
went.
think they did.
Well, they went
Right.
all the way from Mecca to Spain,
Right.
all the way almost to France,
Egypt to Libya.
Tunisia, all those countries.
Yeah. Oh, all the way to France.
Yeah.
Wow. So was that with the school? All this traveling?
All this traveling was was by myself.
Oh.
The school just paid for just got a grant, cash deposit. I got my education there paid for on my HECS. I could apply for an OS loan if I wanted, so I could get another loan of up to $6,500 added to my HECS for spending money. Which
The interest-free loan, right?
Interest-free loan,
Mhm.
which I only found out about later, but
that would have been nice.
whatever. It would have been nice.
But what would you spend $6,000 on? over
You
there?
can live like a king. Like the average
Champagne
wage
and
there is only
chocolate.
like €1,000 a month, which is a lot lower
Yeah.
than here. So you can live it up. I was taking taxis everywhere. I was eating out every day just because I could afford it.
Yeah. So see, that's almost living it up already, and then you...
Pretty much.
Did you even need the $6,000 after it?
No, not really.
So what would you do with $6,000? Like exactly live like a king? How would you
probably stay in nicer hotels, fly in business class,
buy better sheets?
Yeah, probably. I bought some pretty nice sheets, I will say. They were nice. They were like Egyptian cotton and stuff.
Where are those sheets now? Did you just leave them there?
No, I took them home.
Oh, thank God.
Really nice sheets.
Spanish sheets. Whoa.
Yeah, man.
Check out these.
Made in China.
Yeah.
Other places I went to was I did end up going to Barcelona. Just for a weekend.
How far away is that from Madrid?
It's about 600 kilometers.
Okay.
So you could either fly there for very cheap,
Yeah.
or take the high-speed train, which is really quite nice, which I did.
They got good trains there, yeah?
Really good trains.
Yeah.
Smooth. They play movies in the train.
No way.
If you go
In the
first
back
class,
of the seat?
Nah, unfortunately not. Just in the center, like planes from the early 2000s.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But you can like watch movies. If you go in first, like the seats are very comfortable. There's a lot of leg room.
Yeah.
You just go. They show the speed like 300 kilometers
Oh,
per hour. It's
wow.
like you just look outside and it looks like the cars are just stopped.
No
on the side
way.
of the road.
Yeah.
As you go flying in the
so
Spanish country
bizarre.
outside. It's fascinating.
You'd feel odd. You wouldn't feel like
You don't
it's
even
real,
feel
right?
anything. You
No.
just kind of look outside and think, oh yeah. I mean, we're going fast, but you don't realize
No.
you're going at 300 kilometers per hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you get dinner if you go first class. I accidentally bought first class, so I got like a meal and like a nice seat and a table and a chai. It was very nice.
Accidentally.
Yeah.
How much were the tickets?
Regular tickets were about €80 to go all the way to Barcelona.
That's a lot of money.
Like you could arrive there 2 minutes before you leave the train. I didn't want to fly. Flying was about €60 for perspective.
Yeah.
If you fly, you have to arrive like an hour before, check in, worry about all that.
Right.
With a train, you just get in and you're done.
Off you go.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's a definite highlight of the trip.
Yeah, right. €80 just for normal, and then your tickets were like...
My ticket first
Double
class
that?
was 140.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
I booked it the night before, so I
Right.
just do it. I don't care.
Yeah, no, it'd probably be better in terms of seeing the countryside as well. You get a feel of like what you're...
Yeah, the
where you're
geography
at.
of Spain
Mhm.
was really good.
You'd see more instead of just being a couple thousand feet up there. A couple 100,000.
100,000.
100.
Yeah, just got
Yeah,
nice
about
space.
that. Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to see anything up that high. I suppose it's probably good.
Not really.
Be a good experience going super fast. Wonder when Australia's going to get the high speed trains.
It needs to happen.
Yeah.
It needs to happen.
It'd be good, wouldn't it?
Mm.
It would open up the countryside a lot more. Anyway, so activities for the trip, were there anything specific you had to do besides just the studies, or was that it?
Studies was it. It was the program itself was called Summer Sapiens by the University of Comillas, and it was for engineering and science students from the United States because it coincides directly with the summer break of the United States for them to do something not necessarily engineering or science.
Okay.
And RMIT managed to get in.
Okay.
And those 4 weeks, because the program itself is broken up into 2 4-week sections.
Okay.
So you can do different classes if you like, or
Okay.
travel around if you like, or just whatever you like. You can spread it out over 8 weeks. And the break here at RMIT coincides with the second 4 weeks. So you can just go there for 4 weeks for the second half and not miss anything necessarily.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Because America's got like a bigger summer break than us, so therefore
We got the
like
same
go
summer
on the-
break, it's just in the middle of the year. It's
Oh.
like, if you think about it, November to March.
Yes.
It's like May to August or
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay. Oh, so they got a couple of months off.
Yeah, like 3 months as well.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Through the summer period.
Yeah.
That's so strange. I feel like that's strange.
How's it strange? We have the
having
same thing.
that, but like having that same thing in the middle of the year instead of over Christmas, and where all the holidays actually
yeah,
are.
actually, that's true.
To do that then is just, what do you do then?
Yeah, a lot of people work.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Working.
Work and travel when it's cheap.
So would you go again?
Yes,
Do it again, definitely.
definitely do it again. Had a great time.
Yeah. You went with 4 other people. Did you spend much time with them?
Yeah, we travelled around a little bit. Sometimes we split off to do our own things.
Oh, yeah.
But we did travel together to quite a few places.
Yeah.
Which was a lot of fun.
Right. And could you have just wagged the whole thing? Just gone there and just gone off?
If you wanted to, you could have. Because,
and
you could have
given you a scholarship?
No. I mean, you could have done it and paid for yourself, but the scholarship requires that you pass because it's just a matter of your reputation. The scholarship conditions were to pass and were to post a few posts and images on social media with the right hashtags.
Okay. Yeah.
So for advertising purposes, I guess, just so other students can be aware of the possibilities.
Yeah.
Because I guess, the
They
school
want
doesn't make,
people to
a profit of giving you money, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Just to show other students that you can do this if you want, and you can get money to go travel if you want. I did get an email from one of the coordinators when we had to submit our work, because someone else was going to do it, and he was a bit slack. Well, he just didn't get around to doing it. He wasn't slack.
What do you mean work?
Just like homework sort of project. Just a little presentation we had to do.
After it?
Yeah.
After the travel?
After the travel, we were asked to do a presentation that was due the next week.
By RMIT?
No, by the place itself.
Oh.
Not necessarily like a presentation, just like a collection of slides presenting our idea.
Yep.
And one of the guys, the Australian guys, took a while to get it done.
Oh.
His part.
Yeah.
So I got an email from the coordinator just asking me to get it done because my scholarship relied on that.
Oh, okay.
All you need is a pass.
Okay.
There's no grades. So you can do the bare minimum pretty much.
And then you can just put that onto a resume or something, say you did this activity over there.
It also counts for one of your electives, if you like.
Oh, it does it?
Yeah. So it's
bad.
4 weeks and counts for 12 weeks of work.
That's not bad. So you could, because we're in 3rd year now, 2nd semester where we've got an elective, you could have done that as the elective?
I am doing that as the elective.
So you're only doing 3 subjects?
4. I was overloading the semester, but I just dropped down to 4.
Oh, okay. Right. Cool. Smart. Any tips for anybody that are willing to go next time? Like what you would have done better? Or
learn the local language.
Yeah.
More thoroughly.
It's hard to do though when
it is hard to do.
End of exams.
Yeah, it is quite hard. Just try to make an effort to learn common phrases, like how do I get to your address, my home address.
Why'd you get lost or something?
Yeah, I had quite a good night out. And I memorized the correct subway system to get home to my local station. And for perspective, I lived 5 minutes away from my nearest metro station. It took me an hour and a half to get home. And eventually I just gave up and found the nearest taxi and just told him my address in really bad Spanish.
Sure.
Do you speak English? No.
No.
So I said, okay, this is my address in Spanish.
Really bad Spanish and shark eyes, right? Shark eyes glassing over because of the amount of booze you've had.
No, I was actually really good. I was surprisingly good at handling the amount that I had.
Yeah.
And I was lucid and stuff. I was just kind of a bit woozy and I couldn't read street signs because the street signs aren't on poles like in Melbourne. It's just little things you pick up. They're
what are they on?
The side of buildings.
Oh.
So you got to look around the corner and try to discern, and it's dark and you can't really see, and it's in Spanish and you're not confident in Spanish.
Yeah.
And when I said you, I mean me. And eventually I just got a taxi.
Yeah.
And it was €3.50 flagfall, and my final fare was €4.15. I was wandering around my street for about an hour and a half, and I just gave up and got a taxi probably 500 meters to where I was supposed to go.
500 meters?
Probably less.
Complete wrong way.
So happy to get home, I just gave him a euro tip.
Oh yeah. Oh, very generous.
I know.
What I usually did was I took a screenshot of where I was going.
That was a problem. I ran out of battery.
Oh.
That's another tip I actually recommend. Ensure that you have a very high capacity power bank on you that is charged at all times.
That's a good one. Good one for traveling in general, and
definitely.
Life in general.
I relied very heavily on my phone for navigation, for translation, for timetables, anything that's required for payment sometimes. And without my phone, I found it very hard.
Yeah.
especially when I didn't speak the language.
No,
and I was brand new to the country.
Yeah.
Didn't have a map on me either.
Is that the first time you've been overseas?
First time I've been in Europe.
Yeah. Because you're from South Africa, so.
Yeah, so I've been overseas.
I think you are from overseas. Yeah. So any good stories?
Oh, nothing G-rated, mate.
You tell me a good one before. Yeah, we'll keep that.
Yeah, we keep that like offline, I reckon.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good. No, it sounds like a really good opportunity and quite a fun thing to do, especially if you're keen for like a break or something different after studying so hard throughout first semester and stuff.
Exactly right. I felt spoiled to study such easy subjects.
Yeah, sure. It'd be almost refreshing to be in a new place and
gives you perspective.
Well.
Definitely.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I think that's awesome that you have this story to tell us, and I will gladly like to share this with the rest of the RMIT community. So thanks for joining me today, Ty, and
that's all right. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, pleasure.